Welcome to my pick a pile reading. You can pick a pile of what you're drawn to based on the crystal, the little tarot table, the reading table, or the little, I think he's supposed to be the guy from Harry Potter. I think so. The wizard. So you can have a question in mind and hopefully this will answer it. If you're drawn to all three, then listen to all three. But I'll give you can pause the video, but we'll go ahead and get started. And this will be pile number 1, this will be pile number 2, this will be pile number 3, or the crystal, the reading table, and the wizard, however you want to see fit. All right, so we're going to get started with the crystal. I'm just going to move these aside. So give us a little room here. I have to put these up a little higher. There we go. All right. And I've already shuffled them and shuffled them and shuffled them. So alrighty. Hope y'all are doing well. I am doing good. I cannot complain. Trying to get all these on the table here. There we go. There we go. All right. Save those for just a minute. All right. It looks like you are doing okay. You're coming out of a very stable time in your life. It's almost like I keep hearing that you've never felt more stable. You've felt very supported. You felt very seen, and I think you've worked really hard for that. But you're coming out of it. Not that that's going to go away. That's still there. But I think it's given you the stability you needed to go forward. And what you're going forward is you're building on a new idea, a new thought, a new project, a new creative project. It could be writing. It could be something you're very passionate about. And you're going forward very swiftly in it. You're ready to go. You have your thoughts, you have your ideas, you have everything together, and you're going to make it manifest. You have I think that's where you put this stability this time. I think you've taken it and you've gathered your people and you've gathered everything you're going to need around it. And it's a very fast moving energy, so go with it. Don't hesitate. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. You've already got the support you need. Just go for it. And then you have the High Priestess, and this is you. This is your intuitiveness. And this new creative project might involve being intuitive, or it could be where you've trusted your gut instincts to see what you need to do. You know, you have the dark and the light, the veil. You are seeing both sides of it. You're bringing it in balance. You're holding the energy that's manifesting there in your hands, and you're going to bring it into fruition. There's no doubt. Trust your gut instincts. It's very, very high at this time. I would trust you over other people. You have a clear vision of what you want. You have a clear way of doing things also. This could be a very unique project, maybe something no one's ever come up with before, and you really need to put you in it, put you in the creativity. Oops, sorry about that. That was my leg. Obstacles that you might need to overcome. Is, again, I think whatever you came out of to get here, I think that's part of it. I think it's a lot of your thoughts. I think it's your, I think you're your own worst enemy. There could be depression. There could be anxiety. I think in the past you may have let it rule your life, and I think you're worried that it's going to come back into play when you start this ball rolling, and you're in charge of that. You've got to remember you're in charge of this. This person looks like he's tied up to the tree, but he's not. He can get loose. His hands are free. He's holding the rope. So you are in charge of your own thoughts, and you already got through it. So you don't have to worry about it. You don't need to be looking back. You don't need to keep going to the past. You need to stay in the future. Isn't that a beautiful card? So again, this is about setting your boundaries and about I think it's something you've overcome. I think it's something that you've worked hard on again, because you've got the Four of Wands. I think it's something you've worked hard on, but this is in reverse. So it's telling me that you need to really reinforce your boundaries, really make sure that you're protected. If this is a new endeavor, if this is something that is going to involve like contracts and legal, you need to make sure everything's crossed and dotted. You need to have a really good team on your side, attorneys or however, that is all going to play out. But you need to make sure it's all in place and implemented. But and not let the past thoughts and the past actions maybe that you've even had come back into play, because they're in the past. They're definitely. Your right course of action is the King of Earth. So you've got, or King of Pentacles. You're very grounded. You're very, it's money oriented. So this will be very fruitful and you will make money from it. You do have to give money to make money, that give and take. But the king is very grounded. He's very centered. He's very smart. I mean, he's learned his lessons. He's the king. He knows. He's not afraid to show his authority. And if this is going to be your endeavor, your project coming in, you need to make sure that you stand your ground. That is definitely keep moving forward and keep your boundaries up and stick with your boundaries. And then you have the probable outcome, which is beautiful. Seven of Pentacles, Seven of Earth, and it's in reverse. So it will be there. It's a beautiful card. It's a card about hard work and putting forth the effort, and you have to remember that my dad always said, you'll never work harder than when you work for yourself. So if this is a new project, even if it's I don't see the relationship cards, the love cards, so I don't think it's a relationship. But whatever new thought, ideas that you have that you're going to implement, again, you could be starting your own business, you could be starting an online something, you could be starting a book, anything like that. Just know you have to put in the hard work. It might seem fun at first, but you have to stay the course. And that could go also with your boundaries card. You need to be very rigid on your schedules. You need to set, just like if you would work. You have to get up at a certain time. This is what you have to do, and stay that course. And this will all come in. It's a beautiful reading, and you have the staying power. You're the king. You have that. It's King is also a Taurus, Virgo, or Sagittarius sign. So if that is significant to you, that could be something that, means something for you specifically in the reading. But you have a lot of fire. You have a lot of fire's fast and passion. And, you have a lot of fire cards. And you have the major arcana of the High Priestess. And your intuitiveness, seeing... It's almost like seeing what other people don't see. You know, you have that ability, and you need to trust yourself. 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 That's all I keep hearing. Trust, trust, trust. You'll be guided. You have a very strong support group around you, and they can be of this world or of not this world. They're there for you, and you can't forget that. Talk to them. Ask them. Don't let your thoughts get in the way. Don't let your past thoughts get in the way. Don't let the depression, anxiety, anything you might have had in the past get in the way of your future. Move forward, be the king. And this whole new beginning for you, this newness, this new direction you want to take in your life is going to play out beautifully. I pulled a love card. If anybody had questions about love, this is a card about forgiveness. Nothing is gained by holding on to past disappointments. And I think that plays really good into this one and into this. I think that this could show past disappointments, past hurts, past words that somebody had said against you. And again, it's yourself. Forgive yourself. Forgive yourself first. It's a beautiful card. But you need to almost come in balance. It's card 29, which is an 11, which is an angelic number, but you need to come in balance. But forgive yourself for the past. Forgive yourself for maybe the way you've treated people, or if you have to literally tell them you're sorry, tell them. It doesn't mean just because you forgive somebody doesn't mean you forget whatever they've done to you or whatever you've done to yourself. Look at it as a learning experience. If you learn from it, then it wasn't for nothing. But forgive yourself. Tell yourself you're sorry. And that burden will be lifted from you. Definitely. And then I picked another Shaman card. It's Tree of Life. So this goes really beautifully with the King of Pentacles. It's a grounding. It's growth. It is what you're manifesting. It is fire energy. It's a wand, so that's a branch from the tree. It's a fire energy. Transformation. I think when you come through this, or when you finally decide, to put in the work and reap what you sow and enjoy it, I think it's going to be such a transforming. I don't think you'll be the same person you were when you started this. Even, I know you're not the same person you were before you even had this idea and started forward with it. You've changed. You've come a long way from that. And when you keep implementing it, it's just going to keep growing and changing and evolving. And you're just going to be so amazed by it. Very grounding earth energy card. Goes beautifully with the king. And then I have a card I picked for like a word that you can use to meditate with, or just to kind of bring this overall word for the reading and see what it's breathe. See what it says. Breathe. So that tells me, again, when you're putting in the hard work, don't forget to take time out for you, to rest, to enjoy what you sow, to reap what you sow, and enjoy it. Breathe. We can't really go on vacation now. We can't really take that time. But there's other things you can do. The groundingness. Once you do the forgiveness, I think you're going to come through these thoughts. And your actions and your thoughts are going to be in balance. And anytime you feel overwhelmed, you just take a deep breath and bring yourself back in balance. All right, Group 1, I hope you enjoyed your reading. You can like and subscribe and share if you like. If you would like a private reading, you can email me at the email down below, and I'll get back with you and set up prices or online or however you want to do the reading. What else is there to tell you? Again, you have a lot of passion, a lot of fire, so go with it. Just go with it. Don't be afraid. Don't look back. Keep looking forward. Thank you. Bye. Thanks for watching. All right, everybody. We're on Group 2. This is the little tarot reading table. We're going to see what your messages hold for you. Four of Pentacles. You got Strength. You're the Queen of Water. You have Four of Wands. Eight of Earth. Isn't that beautiful cards? One of my favorites. Beautiful. All right. Let's see here. I'm trying to get all these in shot. There. King of Air, and you have Patience. I'll move these up just a little bit. So this is showing me that you're coming out of a time where, and given this world we're living in, money's been tight. You've been holding on to your money. You work hard for it. It might not have been abundant. It might not be abundant. It's almost like you're coming out of a time where you've been afraid to spend or afraid to let go of any of your money for fear of maybe what else is coming down the road. What you have coming up in your future is a Strength card. So you could be venturing out into the world now. You could be wanting to maybe find another job or change jobs, but you have the Strength card, so you have the strength. You'll have the all the power within you to do what you're wanting to do. If it's to make more money, to get another job, maybe a second job, or to ask for a raise, you know, you have that. You have the power right there in you to do that. That is with you. It's number 8 card is a very stable, grounding energy. You have the Queen of Water, and this is a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. And she's very, she's the Queen of Cups. It's a very emotional card, but she's a queen, so she's standing in her own power. If this is something to do with a job, since it is a money issue, or looking for more money, or asking for a raise, you have the strength and you're the queen. Something tells me it could be a job that you've been there for a long time, that you feel that you deserve a raise, or you deserve more, or you deserve a promotion. Ask for it. Go for it. You know, put on your crown and go in there. Not being, you know, not trying to order somebody around or whatever, but lay out the facts. The queen's very practical. The queen is very much organized. So have all your thoughts written down if you have to, or if it's something where you present them something, go ahead and have that all ready to go, because it's a good time. It's a very good time for movement. You know, it's a water sign, so you have fluidity. It's a very good time for movement. So if there's something that you are going after job-wise, I would say, you know, take a deep breath and go on in. Just be prepared. Go in with your plan, your thoughts. Don't stumble all over your words. Know what you want. Be very clear. Obstacles that could present itself. You have the Four of Wands. And this is really just, what I'm getting at is if it is a job opening or a job opportunity, you might feel that it will keep you in one place and you might want to move. That could be where the water's coming with, the fluidness of it. You might not want to be, Four of Wands is a card of stability. Again, you have the 8. Or you might want to be very stable, and you're afraid that it won't give you the stability you need. But according to these cards, especially with the 8 right above it, I think it'll be exactly what you're looking for. I think it's going to be a very stable card, a very stable move for you, a job movement, if that's what you're going for, or if it's, again, starting something for more money, maybe a second job or another position in the job. I think it'll be very stable. I don't think, it could be maybe you're worried about maybe not getting the hours or whatever, but I think that's all going to play out. Again, that's going to be in the negotiation part of it that you need to do. You have the 8 of Pentacles. You have whatever this is, you've put in the work for it. You've put the work in. You know this position. You know this job. You know this area, whatever you're wanting to go into. You know it. You don't need to doubt that you don't know it, because I almost feel like you know it better than the ones in charge, in a sense. You have to have patience. You might do the interview and it might not come through right away. So you need to have your patience for all this to manifest. You don't rush it. It could be even the first of the year before you hear an answer, but I don't think it's going to be that long. You have the King of Air as to what course of action you need to take. So that is, well, he's a king and it's a swords. So you have air. He's very, again, prepared. He's the king, just like the queen. She's a little softer. He's going to come in a little harder. So I think this is just telling me to tell you to make sure that you have all your questions that you want answered, everything in a row, written down. Bring a tablet or whatever on your, I don't know how I don't do interviews, so I don't know, but have it all ready to go. And don't be afraid to ask harder questions. Get your answers. Don't leave there until you get your answers. That's what I get out of him. Don't leave there until you get your answers that you want. Not necessarily am I going to get the job, but if there's, what would my pay raise be, or what would my position change to, or what would my title change to, or travel, and that could be with the Four of Wands. Either you want to travel, and this job won't have that much travel, or you don't want to travel. You want to be grounded and stable. But don't be afraid to ask for what you want, because you'll never know what the answer is until you ask. And if there's a no, then renegotiate. Renegotiate the question. Renegotiate whatever, the money. But I think, again, you've put the work in. I'm feeling like you've been there really a long time. You have the Strength card, so you have the strength. You put in the work. We just need a little bit more money going on in here. This is a another card to kind of give an insight. It's the Ancient Ones. And this is showing me too, it's such an earthy card, that there's a lot of, I'm almost getting, this could be like a family business. You might want to take over the family business. These are people that have come before you, obviously. These are very wizened people. Your ancestors could be the ones who had a business, who ran the business, who started it. You might want to be bringing it back to its roots, to ground it, to bring it back, because you got the Four of Pentacles, you got the Four of Fire. You might be wanting to bring it back to its original form, or its original service, or whatever it offered, to kind of bring it back in the day, to reinvent it in a sense. Don't be afraid to call on your ancestors to help you. Don't be afraid to ask them in prayer and meditation, in ritual, however you do. Don't be afraid to talk to them. Talk to them. I talk to mine on the way home when I drive home from work. So don't be afraid. It's a first card, so it's a very, it's a very good card of unity. It's a very good card of starting. So it's a good place to start if you're wondering. But I think this is already in the works, at least in your mind and pocketbook. I think you've crunched the numbers. All right. Then we got if you have a question about love, and this could be all forms of love, not just romantic. This is miracles and blessings. Everything has its gift. And I think, too, that's your Queen of Water comes in. To know that you are a gift to this area, to this job, to this person, company. And even though you won't get the questions you want to get, or you might not think you're going to get the answers, and you might have to play hardball, so to speak, just know everything's a blessing. Even waiting, patience is a blessing. It's going to teach you. You know, we're here. This is Earth School. We're here to learn lessons. So pay attention, open your eyes, see the miracles and the blessings around you. Because everything has its gift. Everything is a gift, I think, personally. And then the card you can meditate on, the word that you can use for meditation for this one is a fairy tale. And this could be coming true like a fairy tale. This could be a lifelong dream you've had to do, or maybe run the business or rerun the business or have this perfect job. But fairy tales do come true, and it can happen to you if you're young at heart, right? But no matter what your age, seriously, this is a beautiful reading. If it resonates with you, please like or comment down below, and I'll try to answer them. If you would like a private reading, you can just email me at the email below, and I will get back with you on that. It's really a good reading, really positive. So good luck to you. Definitely good luck to you, pile number 2 and the tarot table. Thanks for watching. Bye. Welcome, pile 3, and your little Gandalf, I guess, little magician. All right. 5 of Wands in reverse. Hanged Man. 8 of Swords. Queen of Cups. King of Swords. Ace of Wands. Beautiful. The 6 of Cups. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, so this is showing me that you're coming out of a time where there has been conflict and chaos. It could be the world that we now know, but it could be family, it could be some type of... this isn't a card to me of all-out fighting, like, you know, really fist to fist. This is a card of maybe disagreements, maybe, you know, not seeing things eye to eye, but it's also to me a card of practice. It's you know how knights used to practice and they might be in full gear, but they were just practicing, they were learning. So this is showing me that you're coming out of a learning phase. You're coming out, and it could be a time too where there might have been conflict, there might have been a little chaos going on, and you have the Hangman in reverse, and this is in what you're coming into, and this is showing me that you are still in that learning phase. I think these are life lessons that you're learning. It could be, again, how to get along with people. It could be how to how to compromise. But you have the Hangman, and the Hangman is a card of enlightenment, and it's a card of learning, sacrifices, and it almost shows me that you're not ready to make a sacrifice for what you want, for what you truly want. You have the 8 of Swords, And that's your thoughts. This is coming into your future. You're having your thoughts that are playing a big part of it. It's like you're your own worst enemy. Whatever you're saying in your head over and over again is what you're believing. You look like you're tied up and you can't see, but you're choosing that. You can untie yourself and you can take your blindfold out and walk away from the swords, because they're not keeping you in there. You're keeping yourself in there. It's your own private prison in a sense. So you're going to have to come out of that in order to get all of this moving. The obstacle card is the Queen of Cups, and this could be a person. If you're a young person for this reading, this is an older person. It's a queen, and it is a Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. It is the Queen of Cups is a good. She's very emotional. She's fair. She's grounded. She's got 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on the earth. So she's very grounded. It could be a mother figure. It could be some mentor. It could be somebody that you want to be like. Could be somebody that's your teacher. It could be your counselor. But this person is, I don't really see this person as an obstacle. You might see this person as an obstacle. This might be somebody holding you back. If you're married, this could be, your wife. And so that would be, if she's a Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, it could very well be. And she could be very emotional, too emotional for you. She could be too bossy for you. She could be too flighty for you, But if it's an obstacle, to me, it would be that you would need, it might be something you want to strive to be like, in a sense. Maybe this is what you lack. Maybe you lack the emotion. Maybe you lack the balance, the clarity. And you need that brought into your life. You have a King of Swords that is an older man. Again, if you're a younger person, this is an older man. Could be an older man. Could be a person in your life. King of Swords is a little more direct and to the point than the Queen of Cups. The King of Swords, this could be a mother-father thing going on. This could be your mom and dad. It could be grandparents. It could be you and your husband. He can be more direct. He can have a very sharp tongue. He could say things that can hurt. But he's usually very fair, very thoughtful. He is an air sign, so he would be a Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius, if that rings a bell. So this is somebody else that comes into play, and it could be where, even though this is you holding yourself back, there could be some aspect of do as I say that's keeping you tied, that's keeping you bound. If this is like a mother-father, then you have maybe the mother that's very understanding and trying to help, and then you have the sterner father that's, again, do as I say. You have the Ace of Wands in the course of action, and that is, it's a fire sign. So you have Aries, Leo, or Capricorn, but it is a new way of doing things. It's a new thought. It's a new passion. It's a new project that you have coming in that I think might take you away from your head and might take you away from those that are, there's conflict and chaos. It might help you to almost see things from a different perspective and reinvent yourself, because that's in your future. You're working on that. You just got to get past the swords. But the fire, it's a passion. It's something you're very passionate about, and it's coming in. It's a gift. It's given to you. It could be you're born with it, and you're finally going to start this growth. You're finally going to let it grow and let it manifest. You have the probable outcome of the card. You have the Six of Cups. And I'm looking at this thinking that given time, and not too far time, but on down the road a little bit, you're going to look back and wonder how you got through what you got through to get to where you're at now. You're going to, and it can also mean where you're wishing you were young again and looking back at going, golly, time goes so fast, which it does. And that's another thing with the cups, and it's an emotional card. But I think this is where you're going to look back and be very emotional about how far you have come. Because I think you've come from this. I think you've come from the chaos and the conflict. You've overcome that. You've put that aside. You're overcoming it. It's just moving forward and having the confidence and the strength. Pull it from the Queen and the King. The King of Swords isn't a bad card, but he can be a little tougher than the Queen of Cups. So overall, I don't think that's a bad reading. I just think you have some mental clarity to come through. And this could be too, if it's something where you need counseling or advice and you don't want to seek it. This card is giving you permission to seek it. It will help you see things from a different perspective to bring about the new beginning, the new project, the new ideas that are coming through to you. I hope that resonates with some of you. Whoever picked pile 3. This is an advice card. It's called the Hunter. So this is showing me, or telling me, that when we look at a person and we sometimes just see the person, there's a whole bunch of aspects to that person that make up the person. And, sometimes you hear somebody say, I didn't think they had it in them. I think you do have it in you. I think you do have the Queen and the King in you. I think you can get through this, get past this. You just have to trust in yourself. And when I don't hunt, but I'm assuming that when somebody hunts, you have to really know what you're doing to get the outcome you want to get. But it encompasses a lot more than just carrying a gun around, I think. I think it's strategy, and I think it's planning, and I think that's what these cards are telling you. The king didn't just become king. He had to work hard for it and get to that position. And the same with you. So if this is what you really want, you want this new project, this new idea, put in the work for it. Do the research. It's about you. You're the hunter. You're the one seeking. You're the one seeking the enlightenment. That's your advice card. Be the hunter. Be the one to go out and get what you want. You can make that happen. Your love card, it's not necessarily romantic. Love who you are. You are divine, delightful, and deserving of the wonderful things life has to offer. Love yourself. Get out of those swords. Get out of your thoughts. Get out of your head. Love yourself. Seek the counseling if you need it. Go to therapy if you need it. Love who you are. You're the hunter. You're strong, you're brave, you're bold. No doubt. But you've got to see it and you've got to love it. You've got to love you. The word that you can hold for meditation is hope. There's always hope. Even in your dark days, even when you don't think there's any hope, there's always hope. There's always people around you to help you. There's always people around you to help you. And they're willing to help. I just think it's two different styles of help. But they're always there to help you. But again, you're the hunter. You're the one in charge. You know, when a person hunts, I'm assuming that they're in charge of their weapon. So you're in charge of your course, of how you want to map out your destiny. But it's looking beautifully with the Ace of Wands. This is where you want to go. You want to go to a new, you know, bridge that gap. You want to cross over to another side. Start new. Have growth, regrowth. All right. I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, you can like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you like. If you'd like a private reading, you can contact me at the email below. And again, if you have any questions, just ask me and I will try to answer them. It's a beautiful reading. And take care of you. Take care of you. Love who you are. And I feel like you're just so close to, you're on the verge of that cliff. You're just so close to seeing the possibilities. So stay the course. Stay the course. Thank you for watching. Have a blessed day.